All right, good evening, Smart Marks. It is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. You're looking into the only broadcast that looks at the booking sheet before the matches even start. Welcome to Kayfabe News, the Global Shoot. I'm your host, the man who knows that if you aren't at the table, you're on the menu. And tonight, the house is looking hungry. Before we pull back the curtain, we've got to pay the gate. This episode is brought to you by scientificwrestling.com. While the pundits are busy doing the job for their political masters, the real shooters are on the mat. Scientific Wrestling is where you learn that leverage beats luck every single time. No rope breaks, no drama, just the cold, hard science of control. Get over to scientificwrestling.com and learn how to hook a win when the system tries to pin you down. And if you're tired of being a mid-carder in your career, check out numberonecoaching.com. If you can't sell, you can't draw. And if you can't draw, you're just another jobber waiting for your release papers, waiting to get future endeavored. Stop wrestling for pennies and learn the main event psychology that puts asses in the seats for your small business. numberonecoaching.com. Now we'll take a moment, go to the Combat Sports Minute. Let's look at the real world squeeze. The TKO group just added another scalp to the trophy room. Lucha Libre AAA worldwide. The work they're feeding the marks is that it's a strategic partnership to put lucha stars on Netflix. Sounds like a babyface move, right? The shoot, it's a classic territory raid. TKO isn't looking for partners. They're looking for IP data. By folding in AAA, they jobbed out the entire Spanish-speaking market. They aren't just buying wrestlers. They're buying the gate, the merch rights, and the leverage over every single indie promotion in North America. They provide the sanctioning, which is just code for we own your prospects, we control your streaming, and if you draw too much of a house, we'll pull the plug. It's a vertical integration, brother. They're turning the world into a giant developmental territory where they own the ring, the ref, and the guy selling the popcorn. All right, guys, we're in the kayfabe breakdown. Let's get to the main event. The story they're trying to bury under a mountain of technical jargon. The TKO model hits software as a service and fintech. The spot, massive fintech conglomerates and SaaS giants are rolling out all-in-one operating systems for small businesses. They're aggressively acquiring niche software tools, accounting, CRM, payment processing, and bundling them into mandatory ecosystems. The work, they're cutting a promo on efficiency. They say they'll streamline your workflow, and they're reducing friction. It's the baby face save. One login, one price, total ease of use. The shoot, this is the TKO monopoly mirrored in the digital world. Once your business data is locked into their proprietary sanctioned ecosystem, you are no longer a customer, you're talent on a restrictive contract. If a smaller, better independent tool comes along, you can't use it. The big promoter has blocked the integration. They're buying up all the indie tools to kill them off. This is a steel cage match where the door is welded shut. If you try to switch, the exit fees and data portability hurdles are designed to keep you on the mat until you go out. The central bank digital currency connection, the central banker's ultimate screw job. The spot, the Fed and Treasury just announced the mandatory rollout for the digital dollar. By the end of the year, every registered business must transact through a Fed-approved digital wallet. The work, modernization, fighting terrorism, financial inclusion, brother. It's a dusty finish designed to make you think you won a prize when you really just lost your title. The shoot, this is the ultimate vertical integration. When the fintech promoters and the central bank house team up, they control the entire arena. A central bank digital currency isn't money you own. It's a voucher system that they program. They can set expiration dates, or negative interest rates. Most importantly, they could turn off your liquidity if you step out of line with the house rules. It's a financial sleeper hold, people. You can't tap out when the referee is the one applying the choke. The finish, the central banks and the too big to fail tech partners go over. They get the data, the control, and the fees. Small business owners are doing the job. The cash economy, it's being retired, and your economic sovereignty is going with it. The contract clause, how to avoid the sleeper hold. If you're going to step into the ring with these giants, you need to read the fine print like a seasoned road agent. To keep your business from being jobbed out, you must demand these 3 clauses in every SaaS, software as a service, or fintech agreement. 1, the free agent integration clause. Explicitly state that the provider cannot throttle or block third-party API integrations. If they try to sanction your tools, you need the right to terminate without penalty. 2, the gate portability guarantee. You must own your data in machine-readable format, accessible at any time without exit fees. Don't let them hold your customer list hostage like a promoter holding a wrestler's passport. And 3, the no-compete sunset. Ensure that if a provider acquires a competitor you're already using, you have an immediate out. Don't let a merger turn your business into captured territory. Tonight's massive action, the bell's about the ring. You know the booking. Protect your spot. Diversify your holdings off-chain. Do not keep all your capital in the digital ecosystem about to be captured. Get wealth into physical assets, precious metals, real estate, tangible goods. You need a position that they can't delete. Number 2, build local private trade networks. Start building relationships with local producers and customers where you can transact privately in cash or trade. Strengthen the bonds that don't rely on a Fed-approved app. Well, the show's over, folks. Don't be a mark. Keep your head on a swivel. Protect your assets and never, ever trust the promoter. We'll see you at the pay window. All right, guys, I'm going to open it up to chat. I hope you guys are doing well. What's up, Luis or Lewis? What's up, Susanna Hildago? Hello. Nice to see you. Joseph. Hi. Nice to see you, Joseph. Thank you. Chicken McNugget Heart. Whoa. IKEA is cool says, what are you talking about? I'm using wrestling as a metaphor. I've long held that politics is pro wrestling. I don't know who that would make. I guess Epstein is kind of like McMahon. I guess that's a pretty good metaphor. It is anyway, if you ask Janine. Simple, beautiful you says, hello. Hi. Good to see you guys. I'm going to hang out here for about a minute. If you have questions about wrestling, about catch wrestling, about catchcon.us, the event that is taking the combat sports scene by storm, you definitely want to check out catchcon.us. We've got Pat Miletich, UFC Hall of Famer. He's going to be there. We've also got Frank Shamrock, 4-time undefeated UFC middleweight champion, is going to be there. Frank, by the way, is the chairman of Shoe Pro. Pat Miletich is the president. And it's a 3-day event. On the 3rd day, we will be filming season 2 of Shoe Pro Wrestling. This year, we're adding a women's division. So you definitely want to get to be a part of that. What's up, Mr. Pandev? Good morning. Good to see you. So catchcon.us, guys, go over there, check it out. Love to hear what you think. Simple, beautiful you says, who is the most famous wrestler? Well, what kind of wrestling? Most famous folk style wrestler, freestyle wrestler, Greco-Roman wrestler, catch as catch can wrestler, professional wrestler. I'm not sure which kind you're asking. Professional wrestler, I don't know. Maybe The Rock, probably. Maybe Stone Cold. Hard to say. Folk style wrestler, maybe maybe the most famous. I'd have to say Cael Sanderson, probably Dan Gable though. Most famous freestyle wrestler, Sadiev? I don't know. That's a hard one. Greco-Roman, probably. What's the Russian guy's name? Slipping my mind right now. Catch as catch can. Maybe Billy Robinson. Maybe Carl Gotch. Maybe Frank Gotch. Probably Frank Gotch. I don't know. I don't know if that helps. Simply beautiful. Yes. Well, I hope that helps. Yeah, guys, catchcon.us. The other thing is I'm getting ready to launch this new book of Carl Gotch. I'm very, very excited for that. We haven't got a working title, but I'm hoping to have it out within the next 3 weeks. Very, very, very excited about that. Also got Simply Beautiful says, how old are you? I am 52. Big Father says, buy Fartcoin. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I am rather bullish on Bitcoin. Right now would be the time to pick up a few before it blows up, in my opinion. I don't know. What are you guys bullish on it? The price is down now, but that tells you buy cheap, sell dear, right? Buy low, sell high. Yeah, and then if you guys do you have a business? Yeah, how many of you guys run your own businesses? Oh, what's up, Pandev? Do I have a newsletter? I really don't do a newsletter. I might start one though. That's not a bad idea. I might start like an email. Curious if anybody would want to read some of those. Sorry, I'm just reading these comments. Are you allowed near schools? Well, you clearly aren't because you can't fucking spell, bro. Good job. Now, I love hecklers, dude. I actually watch videos on comedians just dissecting hecklers. I used to do this on my radio show when I had a radio show years ago. Yeah, maybe I got a face for radio. I don't really care. But dude, I used to have so much fun. That was what I was famous for, is just dissecting ding-dongs. Let's see here. Have you ever got a paper cut and it was the middle of your fingers? Ow, bro. No, and I haven't put lemon juice on it either. Dude, that's awful, bro. Why are you putting that in people's minds? That's awful. Anyway, yeah, guys, go to numberonecoaching.com as well. I do help business owners. I've got a pretty good track record. Been doing it for a long time. I'm the 2-time number one 10X performance coach. Well, 10X performance coach of the year 2 times running for Grant Cardone. You've gotten a paper cut in between your fingers. I am so sorry. That is utterly that is awful, traumatic. Sorry. Anyway, guys, any other questions, any other things? I'm going to jump here in about 2 minutes. Always happy to see you guys. Thank you so much. You guys seem to like the kayfabe news. I'm always playing with different formats and different ideas, and you guys seem to like it. So hear that. Hope you guys are doing good. Again, check out scientificwrestling.com. Mr. Pandy, is it Vibehav Pandy? Yeah, if you need any help setting up a newsletter management, I can help. All right, brother, I appreciate it. Another question. How did you get glasses? Are your eyeballs damaged? Are my eyeballs damaged? I mean, I don't know. They're just old, probably. I don't see as well without them. I could see, but just not as good. I can't. So, I'm trying to read all this print and whatnot when you guys comment, and this makes it way better. I can see. Yeah, guys, I appreciate that, Mr. Pandy. I would, maybe send me a DM on LinkedIn. That'd be great. I think a newsletter would be good. I used to run one for Scientific Wrestling. I'm really pushing hard into this business coaching space, having quite a bit of success. And I'm really excited for this release that I'm putting out. So not only do I have the book on Carl Gotch coming out, but I have my new book, the latest in the Sportify series. I'm very, very proud of it. I'm really, really excited to put it out. So that one's probably going to be coming out. If I can get the Carl Gotch book done, I'll get that done in about a month. And then I'm hoping to have Sportify done maybe 2 weeks after that. Launched, available, hardcover, softcover, Kindle, whatever you want, man. Curious if how many of you guys actually own a business that are watching this? Or do you just own a job? Or do you not even work? Just trying to get a feel for who actually watches this show. Can you show your house? Dude, what kind of weird question is that? No, I'm not going to show my house. This isn't my house, by the way. This is an office. I have an office. I'm in Denver. I have an office in Cherry Creek. That's where I'm at right now. Anybody know where Cherry Creek is? And another one up in what's known as Arvada, which is like a suburb in between Denver and Boulder. Any of you guys from Colorado? Where is everybody watching from, by the way? And have you guys seen ShootPro.tv? I'd love for you guys to go over and watch season 1 of ShootPro.tv. It's very, very, very good. Very proud of it. We're getting better every time. Every time. We've been doing this for like 5 years. ShootPro's been around for 5 years now. Scientific Wrestling's been around for 23 years, which is wild. We were the first to do catch as catch can competitions in the modern age. Simple, beautiful. I am in Colorado. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Go Buffs. Yeah. All right. Love it. What's up, JJOA47? Yeah, Colorado's pretty cool. I'm not much of a political person. I'm not really a Trump humper. I really am, as bad as Trump is. I think he's better than what Kamala would have been. I put him about on par. Well, I still think he's better than Sleepy Joe. You guys think that was even the real Joe Biden? You see all the things about his earlobes not matching and, that he's got some high-tech mask on. I kind of, with the release of like the Epstein files, man, my whole nothing seems real anymore. So like my whole thing that I started a long time ago, where politics is pro wrestling, seems totally, totally true. Have I been to the sand dunes? I have not been to the sand dunes in Colorado. No, I haven't. Have you? I love to go out there. I had a couple opportunities because I went to University of Colorado at Boulder. I had a couple opportunities to go out there then, but I never did. I should have. This is one of those things, like as you get older, you realize all the opportunities you missed out on, you should have taken them. You should just say yes. Say yes and just go and do it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If there is no other questions, Simple Beautiful You says, yes, I have. Nice. Yeah, I hear it's beautiful. My wife has a friend who actually owns a coffee shop out there. It's supposed to be amazing. Simple Beautiful You says, by the way, I love your voice. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not the best looking dude, but I do get a lot of compliments on my voice. Hence, I think that that's why people, that old adage, you got a voice made for radio. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. Let's see. What is that? RNS 7426. Sand Dunes National Park is amazing and worth visiting. Yeah, dude, I got to get out there. Back in the day, we were going to take our snowboards when I was younger, and I regret not doing it. Yeah, I'll try to do it. I'll take my kids out this year. Vibe Have Pandy says, I own a small agency business, but it's very small. Only 3 people. We'll try to grow. Yeah, man, the agency thing is a trip, right? I know a lot of people running marketing agencies. And sadly, I know a lot of people very disappointed. I just had to get rid of my guy, Mudasiri. I paid him $1,000 a month and he got me 0 appointments. I paid that for like 3 months. It's just, it's seeming like a bit of a scam these days, digital marketing agencies. And I teach people marketing. But I teach people typically, of course, I teach them retargeting. I teach them how to run ads. I teach them organic social. I teach all those kind of things. But nothing beats good old fashioned just showing up in person at events, trade shows, conferences, having collateral, making appointments, following up. I think people are getting lazy, and I think people don't have the courage to pick up the phone. I think they get conquered by like call reluctance or Zoom reluctance or whatever. You've got to get out there and you've got to believe in your product and make a pitch, right? Let's see. I subbed and liked. I have no idea what that means. But anyway, guys, if you have any other comments, I'm going to wrap it up here in about 2 seconds. I don't even know what time it is where you're at. It's about 7:30 here in Denver time. It's already dark. I'm looking forward to the nice summer weather. Got big plans for the summer and whatnot. Guys, I'm curious, did any of you guys go to CatchCon last year? We had about 50 go to CatchCon last year. Mind blowing. Oh, just added Joe Malenko to the card as well. Joe Malenko was a longtime student of Carl Gotch. He's a friend of mine. He's going to be writing the foreword to my forthcoming book on Carl Gotch. Very excited for that. Anyway, all right, guys, kind of wrapping it up here. Oh, a Vibe Have Pandy says, yeah, true. Oh, about the digital agencies. Yeah, dude, you got to go old school, man. You got to go old school. And I understand, a lot of the money's in the United States. That's why, you see a lot of offshore people. And some of my best employees are all virtual assistants and offshore. But you've got to get people results. None of this like, oh, it takes 3 months or 6 months to start seeing something. Like, dude, people are getting wise to that hustle. And you can't just keep selling and burn and churn that, right? Simple, beautiful you says, wait till you live in Denver. I live in Denver. Well, I live in a suburb of Denver. Vibe says, you come live often. Love talking to you. Positive vibe. Thanks, brother. Yeah, it was very nice talking to you. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys have any business questions, I've bought and sold companies. I have a master's degree in financial mathematics, worked in investment banking. I was in charge of an $80 billion portfolio in mortgage banking. Yeah, man, I'm happy to help. Like I said, I'm 2-time performance coach of the year for Grant Cardone. So if you guys have any business questions or whatever, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been on here for longer than I thought. We've already cracked the 23-minute barrier. Also, guys, be sure to check out the QR code. That'll take you right to the CatchCon page. And check out also, let's see, Shoot Pro. See if I can show that better. ShootPro.tv. And watch our shows. Tell me what you think. I'd love to get your opinion. Last question. Do I have a job? No, I have 3 businesses. So it's a little different having a job than having businesses. But in some ways, it's like a job. It's like a job. But it's a job that gives other people jobs. If that makes sense. After this question, I'm leaving. All right. Well, it was nice to see you. Thank you for all the wonderful conversation. Simple, beautiful you. Let's see here. Nut Smasher 420. What a name. I think your head needs to be bigger. I don't like the ratios we got going on here right now. If you are watching vertical, my head takes up most of the space. But if you're watching horizontal, my head does not take up much of the space. So, Vibe Have Pandy, any business book you suggest? I'm very partial, obviously, to Grant Cardone. I think the 10X Rule is very good. I think Be Obsessed or Be Average is probably my favorite book that he's written. I also like Sell or Be Sold. If you're not first, you're last. It's hard to go wrong with Grant. He's really, really a great writer. I've written a couple books. You might want to check out my Sportify books. I'm very proud of the concept. I think it's an original contribution to business. I also am a fan of Nassim Taleb. I think he writes great books. And William Poundstone. Look up William Poundstone. Priceless. Love that book. Fantastic book. Simple Beautiful says, I'm leaving the live. Okay, goodbye. Nice to see you. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's see. Fake news. Well, you got the concept. That's what kayfabe means, brother. You got it. Good job. Ernesto Ruiz, is this live? This is live, brother. I don't know what to tell you. This is live. Yep. Vibhav says, sure, we'll check them out. Yeah, the Nassim Taleb books are particularly good. His writing really helped to get me through grad school because he's basically a financial engineer as well. And he thinks the ways that a financial engineer does, right? Tony Cicchini, was he legitimate? What do you mean by legitimate? Did he make some videos? Yeah, he legitimately made some videos. So I wasn't a fan of some of the claims he made, but good videos. Yeah, good videos. Nice guy. I mean, a little strange, but nice guy. Is he legitimate? I don't know. What does that even mean, man? Was my name in the Epstein files? Ham Sandwiches. That's a great name, by the way. I don't think so, no. Although it has disturbed me to find out that Epstein was all over Colorado, like Aspen and Vail, and knew Elon Musk's brother in Boulder and stuff or something. I don't know the whole skinny on it, but I was, and then there was some news that there were some emails being sent by Epstein in 2021, supposedly after his death, or somebody saying that after his death that Epstein was living in Colorado in the Epstein files. So sorry, not in the Epstein files. But yeah, it's a whole, man, is that just some sick nonsense or what? Yeah, anyway, guys, I appreciate you. We're coming up on the half hour already. Don't you guys know I'm trying to get out of here? I will have to cut out here pretty soon because I'm down at my office because my kids are at practice right now downtown here. And so it affords me a little time to come in and connect with you guys and whatnot. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. I really do. It's very nice to jump on here and know that you guys are engaged and paying attention. Again, guys, check out catchcon.us. Please do me a favor. I think you're going to enjoy it. Also, check out shootpro.tv. It's free. I think we've got 5 episodes on there. The whole premise of Shoot Pro, by the way, is what if professional wrestling was real, not scripted? Meaning, what if it was more like the UFC? And we did everything that pro wrestling does. Cage matches, tag team, all that kind of stuff. Ernesto says, thanks for what you do. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's weird. You do all this work and you don't even know you do it. And you don't even know if anybody's going to, appreciate it or like it. You just put it out there. But, I have promoted it and I've gotten it out there quite a bit. And I've, 2 best-selling books. I'm hoping my Carl Gotch book becomes a bestseller. I am going to pitch it. So there's a good news, bad news story here. Good news for me would be if ECW Press picks it up. That would be my 3rd book published with them. I've enjoyed having them as my publisher. But that means it would probably be delayed. It would take a while for that book to get out to the market. So that's the bad news. You flip it around, they don't take it. Bad news is I would like to have it published by a third party, but I've self-published several times, maybe a dozen times. So I'm not afraid to do that at all. And the bad news would be that, I would prefer to have a publisher, but the good news would be it would get out rather quickly. I could have it out right away. Ham Sandwiches says, your eyes kind of look like a young William Shatner. Dude, I wish I could do a Shatner That is one of the things I wish I could do really good impressions. I'm a comedy nerd, and man, there's some comedians that can just do great William Shatner impressions. Vibe says, thank you for coming on live. Yeah, thanks, dude. It was nice to see you. I'm assuming you're somewhere. What are you like? Are you in India, Pakistan? I don't want to offend. I don't know where you're at. But yeah, oh man, we're over a half hour now. All right, guys, I do need to wrap this up. Any other last questions, ideas, concepts? I'm happy to talk business. I'm happy to talk philosophy, in particular things having to do with freedom, and yeah, business, freedom, grappling, mixed martial arts, that kind of stuff. All right, I'm going to take that as a no. And I appreciate all you guys for chiming in, all you people that watched. I will be back for more. Oh, Vibe India. Oh, nice. So, do you know what the gada is? The big stick with a ball, the gada. I brought that idea to the United States. I was the first one to bring it here, and I made it out of steel, created like a production version of the mace, of the gada, and popularized it in the West. Yeah, I don't even know if you know that, but if you look up mace bell, that was my idea back in 2006, and now you got guys like Joe Rogan and all these other ones. Let's see. LOL. Are you in martial arts? I don't think so. You look like the Monopoly man. Well, first of all, I'd have to have like one of these things, like a monocle. Second of all, I'm fucking old, bro. Like, give me a break. I'm 52. But I started wrestling, amateur wrestling, when I was 4 in let's call that 1977, 1978. Then I got a black belt in karate or taekwondo, whatever, in the 80s, that Karate Kid era. Then I started judo. Then I started jiu-jitsu, and then I found myself back into wrestling. And then since probably 98, completely obsessed, single-mindedly focused on catch as catch can. Ham Sandwiches says, are you on 2 cameras? No. So this platform allows me to stream landscape, and it also allows me to stream portrait. I don't know. Hey, Marco, what's up, brother? Good to see you, dude. Right there, Scientific Wrestling Canada. Go to scientificwrestling.ca. See what we're doing up there, man. They've gobbled up that territory, dude. They were the first to jump on board. Great crew of guys. They're coming to CatchCon. You don't want to miss that. Ernesto says that's right. Thanks, brother. Ernesto Ruiz says, I remember seeing a video of you. Yeah, dude, I'm a crusty old dude. I've been around for a long time. I used to have a radio show. Almost got my own TV show on Discovery a long time ago on social psychology experiments. Kenny Lee. So you need a stick to fight you ever. Try fighting with your fist. I'm not sure what you're talking about, brother, but I like punching and kicking. It's cool. I don't know that I'm that good at it. More about grappling and whatnot. Let's see here. Dude, you weigh about 125 pounds. No, dude, I weigh about 200 pounds. I'm about 6'2". So, yeah, the camera doesn't necessarily show it. I'm kind of lanky, tall, skinny. But I'm about 200 pounds, about 6'1.5". I'm 5,735. What? I still get down like Motown. Yes, I'm still on steroids. All right, good. Awesome, dude. I'm not sure the last time you saw your ball sack, though, dude. Those things shrink up on that stuff. I'm 52. I don't need any of that shit yet. I'm real lucky. Especially, like I see all these young cats, and they're already on testosterone replacement and stuff. They're not even 30 years. But I think it's all the microplastics and stuff are really jacking with people's testosterone. It's kind of actually pisses me off. It's not really fair to the young dudes out there. Yeah. Anyway, well, you guys got all livened up here right when I jump off every time. Like, you guys, you're very good at keeping me dangling on here. But I'm serious. I'm gonna go because I've got to go pick up my kid. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the conversation. And ham sandwiches. How are you on 2 lives on 2 channels at once? Ooh. See, this is the magic that when you know a lot of things about business. Yeah, dude, I'm everywhere right now. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook. Am I on X? No. Where am I? Oh, YouTube. On 2 different YouTube channels, like 5 different Facebook channels broadcasting right now. Magic, magic. Anyways, you guys, if I can help you with business stuff, promoting, things of that nature, just let me know. That's what I do. I help people. All right, guys, I'm off to get my kids. Appreciate all of you. Have one heck of a great night. See you guys.